Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are all doing well today. In this video, I'm going to show you guys a couple easy ways to convert your BEP2 RUNE into its native version. You're going to need this native version in order to provide liquidity and pay for fees on multi-chain. And I'll wrap up the video by demonstrating how to provide liquidity to the pools. And if you're looking for a place to keep up to date with all the developments on thorchain and also have a dialogue with fellow thorchads, you'll definitely want to join my Discord because I have an entire channel dedicated to thorchain talk. But if you're not into Discord, at the very least, make sure you guys join me on Twitter by giving me a follow. Not only will you learn more about thorchain, but you'll also get my market and industry highlights in real time. Both the links to my Discord channel and my Twitter profile can be found in the description below. With the intro out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into this video. Now, it's not completely necessary for you guys to download the Trust Wallet. You guys can go ahead and convert your BEP2 RUNE to its native equivalent without the Trust Wallet. However, provided that a lot of my followers and subscribers have the Trust Wallet downloaded, and that's where they store their BEP2 RUNE assets, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to assume that all of you guys have the Trust Wallet downloaded. And because Trust Wallet is so easy to use and it's been out much longer than some of these other applications I'm about to introduce to you guys today, I've decided to custody some of my funds there. So with that being said, let me show you guys how to convert your BEP2 RUNE to its native version. So let's assume that you already have your BEP2 RUNE deposited in your Trust Wallet. The next thing you're going to want to do is go over here to the settings page, click on wallets. From here, go ahead and proceed by clicking the I. From here, go ahead and click on show recovery phrase. After you're on the next page, copy the recovery phrase or write it down on a piece of paper. Then you want to make sure you have the desktop version downloaded. I went ahead and already downloaded the Windows version here. And once you've downloaded the Windows version, you'll be prompted to either create a new wallet or import an existing one. If you click here on import and you copy and paste that phrase from Trust Wallet, the balance that you have on your Trust Wallet will be imported to this page here. And from here, you just click on upgrade, type in the amount of RUNE that you want to go ahead and convert to its native version. But before you do that, make sure that you have some BNB in your wallet to pay for the transaction fee. Just click here on upgrade. It'll automatically convert your RUNE from its BEP2 version to its native version. Another option is coming over here to Thorswap, clicking on connect. Then from here, click on wallet connect, scan the QR code. All the assets supported by Thorswap in your Trust Wallet will populate here. And from here, if you want to convert your BEP2 RUNE to its native version, just go ahead and click here on the yellow. And from here, you can go ahead and select the amount that you want to go ahead and upgrade. And by the way, if you're not interested in copying and pasting and you actually want to have separate wallets, you can just go ahead and create a new wallet here altogether, and then go ahead and send some BNB to your Asgardex wallet, which then you can go ahead and convert from BEP2 to its native equivalent. And if you do that, if you decide to go ahead and create a brand new wallet with Asgardex, you can go ahead and click here on settings and export your key store. And when you choose that option, it'll prompt you to go ahead and save a JSON file. And if you wanted to, you can go ahead and use that balance and connect to Thorswap. So go ahead and click here on connect, click on choose file to upload. I actually have it opened on a different screen, but from that screen, I'm going to go ahead and click on the JSON file that I saved and type in the password here. And just like that, I was able to export my Asgardex wallet to Thorswap. So in this next segment, I'm going to show you guys how to provide liquidity. So let's say you figured out and you've decided how you want to go ahead and set up your wallet so you can interact with multi-chain. Once you have your wallet connected and ready to go, you can come over here to app.thorswap.finance. And from here, you can decide which pool you want to provide liquidity to. So let's say I was super impressed by the APY provided by BNB. I'll go ahead and click on liquidity. And from here, I decide if I want to provide symmetrical liquidity or asymmetric liquidity with either RUNE or BNB. Since I only have RUNE in my wallet, I'm going to go ahead and choose to provide asymmetric liquidity with RUNE. And then from here, I decide how much asymmetric liquidity I want to provide. So this is about $200. I go ahead and click on add, type in my password, And depending on which pool you provide liquidity to, this could actually take up to a few minutes to execute. Once the transaction is completed, it's no longer going to read pending here. Then you want to go ahead and click on liquidity. And on this page, it'll let you know which assets or which pools you provided liquidity to. And if you're interested in learning more details about your position, go ahead and click here on this icon to be redirected to the RUNE yield.info page. And from here, you can get a bird's eye view of all the liquidity provided and the total value of that liquidity today. If you scroll further down, you'll get more information regarding your LP positions. For example, you can see that the added value was $199.98. Current value with the fees that I've made is $198.82. And further down here, you'll get more information about the fees that you've earned and how much you would receive if you withdrew your assets today. Now, since this is still in beta, some of the information displayed here may not be accurate, but I still think it's a very useful tool in terms of approximating your losses and gains. And I would imagine as they get more feedback and they iterate, over time this application will get better and better and more accurate. One thing that my community and people in the thorchain community as a whole have been complaining about is the calculation of IL protection. In theory, it's supposed to give you 1% protection in IL for every 1 day that you have your assets locked into the pool, but I wouldn't take that at its face value. We won't know until 100 days has elapsed if this actually works. So for now, I wouldn't recommend adding a lot of liquidity to these pools. Personally, I'm just going to go ahead and tiptoe in, because ideally what I would like to do is, as the price of thorchain goes up, I'd like to add increasing amounts of liquidity to various pools. This way I can lock in some gains and take advantage of that fat yield, because within the first year or so, that's when the yields are going to be the most lucrative. So as early LPs, we stand to make a lot of money. Also, they're building application and more services on top of the thorchain protocol. This means in addition to the APY that we're earning, we're also going to be able to leverage those LP positions to mint synthetic assets and take out loans. And before the end of the video, I just want to mention one more thing. Let's say you decide to provide liquidity with a RUNE token asymmetrically, and then you go over here to the RUNE page. You won't see it displayed. What you'll have to do is go ahead and click on wallets here, and then go to manage addresses. And then from this page, go ahead and copy and paste your thorchain address. And after doing that, you should see all the pools populate here. And if you're still having trouble after watching this video, then I would recommend joining LP University on their Discord. So in addition to joining my Discord channel, I would go ahead and join theirs. One thing I'm very fortunate about is that I got into RUNE very early. I got in around 30 cents. And since the value of the RUNE tokens has gone up exponentially, I've talked about briefly in the past how I'm going to go ahead and create a yield producing index, and I'll talk more about that in future videos. However, if you want to follow along and keep up to date with all the moves I'm making in real time, even if you join the lowest tier I have in Patreon for $20 a month, you'll be able to follow my moves in real time by getting access to all my private Discord channels. And if you needed further assistance or guidance, or maybe you just want to expedite your learning to take full advantage of everything that's happening in DeFi, by joining one of the higher tiers I offer, you'll be able to gain access to me one-on-one. If you think any of the services that I offer would be helpful, make sure after watching this video, you go ahead and click on my Patreon link in the description below to sign up for one of the various services that I offer. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is CryptoOneStop signing out.